see, I got my camera down there, and look at that, another Harbor Freight tool. Amazing. Okay, you can see my catalytic converter right there. And let's see. That's kind of need more light here. Let's see if I can. This is through the first hole there, first oxygen sensor hole, and we can see it's actually 2-cylinder honeycombs. I had to kind of had to destroy the housing there because this camera is actually tiny. I thought it was bigger than that. The housing just takes up way too much room. So, as you can see, this makes it, now it's more fragile, but I can actually get it in there. And that looks pretty darn clean. Okay, this is color, it's just that you lose a lot of color when it's dark and it's just using those little LED lights, but it actually is color, this camera. So you can kind of see the color there. Well, you probably won't see it through this camera recording another camera. There is an actual video in and out on this thing, but I don't have a device to hook up to it to record straight off of this. So here's the second hole. I don't think I'm gonna be able to turn it without. Yeah, because the little circuit board this camera is connected to is yeah, I don't want to snap it in half. It's actually kind of long. It's as long as it's about 1.5 inches long. It's really thin, so that's as far as I'm going to be able to turn it. And it looks like the catalytic converter is nice and clean. Of course, I can only see half on the well, if you're sitting on it, it'd be the right side. Let me see if I can. Yeah, see, that's the problem. I can get it in there, but I can't turn it. Yeah, if that bung was just kind of welded more at an angle, it'd be pointed right at this sucker. That's as much as I'm gonna get, is half, but as you can tell, it looks pretty darn clean. Oops, come on, come out, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a newer housing for this, a real skinny one. Pretty neat. It works a lot better in daylight. You can see the color kind of comes in and out. Pretty darn neat. Next time I change my spark plugs, I'm gonna shove this down the spark plug holes. I would try to cram it down the intake, but I'm afraid it'll get stuck on a valve, and if I was to pull on it and the wires gave out, I'd have a little camera in my chamber, and that won't just suck out. So, phew, smells like gas right here. Didn't smell like gas yesterday. It just smells like burnt plastic from that. So, pretty neat, eh? See, you kinda, there's some color right there. Let's see. And see, when I change my oil, I can shove it up the drain hole. Of course, you can only see so much. I mean, it's not like you can just snake it through the whole engine. But yeah. That's good. The catalytic converter looked clean from what I could tell. Maybe it'd probably look the exact same, even if it was a lot. Oh, that's awesome. I have a coolant leak. Good. I just replaced all this crap. So that's a new water pump. I replaced the water pump, thermostat. And what else did I replace? Some O-rings, shit like that. Damn it. I've always had cooling problems with this thing. I guess I should go ahead and order all new hoses. Because these suckers, that doesn't feel too bad. But this hose, where are you? That hose right here connects the to the upper part of the two radiators together, and it's always felt soft, but I think that's just because of the length of it. There's no rigidness to it. That's great. But I wasn't smelling that. I was smelling gas. Maybe it's because I have a tank up. I don't know. That's great. Because I could probably tighten that, but hell, once it gets leaking, it stays loose around that. You really gotta dry it out. And these aren't the best clamps. Okay, watch, let me see if I can tighten that. Oh yeah, it's way small. Well, anyways, I'll get onto that. Always something, always something. Hey, looky there. That's not a stock oil cooler. No, it's not. That is a RC51 oil cooler. I was going to use a 6th generation one that had an extra oil line. Extra. What do you want to call it? The problem is both of these are angled. The stock one is just a 3-row. And these come out straight. I actually had to kind of bend this to angle it. The good thing about the RC51, it's 5, and just this one needs to be kind of twisted. The 6th gen, both of them are twisted. The whole lines, and you have to twist both of them. And I didn't feel like doing that. Plus, I got a deal on this one, so cool. Kind of cools a little bit too much. I got to cover it up in the winter. Okay, so I also disconnected the power commander. Just leave that in there because it's a bitch getting all that. You have to do this and get it out. That's a stock air filter. It's pretty dirty. I'm washing. I got 2 K&N air filters. I'm just gonna clean them both right now. Letting them dry. And yeah, that's it. I'll let them dry over that, then I'll oil them up. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the oxygen sensors installed in just a second. I just wanted to check the cat out. I've been spending the last 30 minutes cutting this off so I could actually use it. I couldn't shove it in the big old housing on it. Pretty neat. Yeah, I didn't know that camera was that tiny. And you actually see those in those little, like, back of magazines and stuff, those micro cameras are the size of a button and stuff. They make it look kind of big in the picture, I guess, to blow it up, but man, this thing's really tiny. It doesn't seem to use too much battery. This, you put 4 AA's in here, and this has its own rechargeable battery, and as you can see, it's wireless, or you can connect it, and it's got a little connection point. I don't know if it shares power then or what. You can do that, or you can take it off, and you can't really tell. It's kind of like off, and you can change you can rotate the view. If you put it somewhere and it's cockeyed or something. Let's see, that is the bottom of the coolant bottle and the crankcase cover right there. So if you want to turn it, bring it, and you can brighten it, brightness and contrast. And you just keep pushing it until you want it where you want it, and that's it. And then it's got a on-off switch, so you leave that leave that on, it'll actually drain, so you gotta turn that switch off too. Pretty darn neat. Of course, if you want to spend a little bit more money, you can get Milwaukee makes one, a little snake camera. I think Ryobi, those new type 4-volt, those green and black tools, they got out the 4-volt cylinder battery things. They have one now. I think you can actually take snapshot pictures, and there's even some that'll record video. So of course this doesn't do anything. I'd have to connect. Gosh dang it, focus. I hate this camera. Okay, so it has this is a video out, this is video in, and the charging DC, what is this, a DC 8-volt, so that's what it is right there. It's a Syntec 2.4-inch LCD inspection camera, item number 66550. That's it. It works 8 to 24 volts. It's a pretty neat tool. I don't use it very much, but it comes in handy for something like this. I know one thing, I'm definitely gonna stick it down like my vehicle's spark plug holes. I rebuilt that engine in my vehicle, and yeah. That's pretty neat. Oh, and I want to see how the cylinders look. It's running rich. It's fuel injected. Hopefully it's perfect, but it's probably not. So, anyways, so well, that's it.